Hey guys, welcome to Scruff and Bitcoins.
Yeah.
Scruff and Bitcoins.
As you can see, he's shaved off his beard, so it's a tough calling the podcast beards and bitcoins these days. But
well, it's going to be coming back in. We'll talk more about the beard in a second. But we're joined today by Quinn from Mid-Earth Crypto.
Beard present. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
someone got the memo.
Yeah.
I'm actually coming in last place on the beard right now, so very disappointed. So I was in the mirror, and I was trimming the beard, okay? And it was just itching a little bit, and I got a lot of white in it, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut it off. And my wife was like, why would you possibly do that? And I said, I don't know. After 10 years, she's never even seen me without a beard. So she doesn't even know what I look like. And I'll tell you, when I ended up doing it, she was very disappointed. So
as we all were.
Yeah, shout out to my wife. I'm really sorry, honey. I'm trying to grow it back quickly. But we will be back to full beard status by next week.
Great.
Are we doing No Shave November?
Absolutely.
That's actually a good idea, right? I mean,
it
starts tomorrow or the day after?
November 1st. So Movember, and the root cause behind it is, I believe, prostate cancer.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah.
I got it from Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah.
Yep. So the Movember, the whole thing behind it is supporting prostate cancer because one out of probably like 4 of us get it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Check.
And I don't have it.
I don't have it.
And you don't have it.
I haven't checked lately, but I feel like I'm pretty good. So it's the other guy.
And you don't have it.
Yeah.
The other guy.
So that means
You.
sorry about that, guys. Really sorry. I hate to break the news to you. So 1 out of 4, and us 3 don't. So may want to go get a prostate exam, guys.
Big beard status.
Big beards.
Okay.
Big beards.
All right. I like it. Yeah. Oh, I gotta hold it
Yeah,
close.
you gotta hold it
He gets
close.
on to me about that. Yeah.
So we're here in Las Vegas for Blockchain Week, World CryptoCon, Litecoin Summit, Coin Agenda, World CryptoCon, DevCon, WWC DevCon, whatever they call it. We're here for the whole week. All the companies, we're doing it. And it's a very exciting time. It's in Vegas. It's big. A lot of fun. What are you looking forward to, Chains?
Seeing some of the speakers. Typically don't go to sessions, but I may check out a few sessions today just to see what's going on. Kind of get in touch with our friends that are here. That's one of my favorite things of coming to conferences is seeing the other people that are on Twitter and personalities on YouTube. I mean, they're like friends now. So it's good to come here, hang out with you guys. I always like seeing my friends, my good friends.
Have I made it to friend status yet?
I woke up with him on the floor of the hotel this morning. We're definitely friends.
Oh yeah. Last night was a fun one.
Oh yeah, it's always fun.
I like how the market reacts to these conferences sometimes. How we have like the pump lead up to these conferences, and it makes no sense really. I guess it does make sense because of the China thing, but it seems like it happened in April too with Consensus, just for no reason.
And with the Bitcoin 2019, definitely.
Yep.
That's when we had the biggest pump of the year.
At the time of recording this, we're down a couple percent, 9,100.
9,100. Okay, let's still better from 74, 75, right?
Yeah.
So what else, guys? What are you looking forward to as far as after the conference? Are we going to see a follow-up pump or pullback?
Many people that I've talked to believe that we're going to go back down again before we go up, maybe to the 8,800 range. That's the number I keep hearing. I do think that could definitely happen.
Yeah, I'm 300 away now, right?
Yeah. So I feel like we could almost be there, but one thing that I've been doing to keep my interest in cryptocurrency is leverage trading. So I've been doing a lot of leverage trading lately, and I've done very well at it. And I'm a beginner. I've got an indicator that I use that works really, really well. But I think that's one thing when you leverage trade, and people think leverage trading is degenerate gambling, and the way I do it honestly is
Kind of is.
But there are ways to do risk management so it's not degenerate gambling and things like that. But that's one thing that I found for me when this market is really kind of stuck, that I can trade the tops and the bottoms and not have to worry about the huge moves, and it keeps my interest in cryptocurrency because we've been doing this for years now, and we've been in a bear market for years. I mean, people do think right now we could be in a bull market. We definitely were bullish earlier this year, but we understand the price gets boring sometimes.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people have either gotten themselves out of the space, or we know people that have gotten different jobs and have gone out to do other things just because there was no action. I mean, action dried up at the end of 2018, and it's been sideways since, and people are like, all right, like I need to find something else to do because this is boring.
I went to the DApp space because I was bored. I just wanted to play games or gamble or something to do something with my crypto because the charts were, I don't know, you didn't get the fix, or at least I didn't. So I get the leverage trading, but it's just dangerous too because I got liquidated for sure playing on BitMEX last year. Just, you want to learn, you cut your teeth, and then all of a sudden I'm half a Bitcoin gone, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? So.
Well, it can be dangerous, and a lot of the ways, like I said, I do it is very I use 25x leverage, like I go crazy, but if you have a responsible outlook on it and you do proper risk management, so the group of traders that I work with, they only, which I don't listen to them, but we're only supposed to be using one. You're only supposed to be
DYOR.
Yeah, DYOR. You're only supposed to be using 1% leverage, or not 1% leverage, 1%
Bankroll.
Yes, on any given trade, like where you only can lose 1%.
That's proper risk management, right?
Definitely proper risk management. So if you do it that way and you're responsible with it, it really isn't the degenerate gambling that it's cracked up to be. But we'll actually be talking with Dudex is a new derivatives exchange that we're going to be interviewing later today. So you guys can, on the next podcast, you'll get to hear that interview with Bo, the CEO there.
They'll have leverage trading too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Leverage futures.
Oh, okay. Like perpetual swaps. Gotcha. Okay.
Lot of good stuff coming. So obviously there's a couple monsters in the space. Bybit is what I use right now, but Dudex is definitely one to put on your radar. We're in talks with them, maybe about doing some stuff with the podcast. So very excited to talk to them. Are there any speakers or panels or any kind of topics you guys are really interested in while you're here?
Ooh, that's a good question. I wouldn't actually know because I haven't looked at the schedule yet.
Ron Paul was one. I wanted to hear what he had to say. I guess like the name just drew a lot of attention, but
Was he here for Likewind Summit?
Yeah, he was here the day before yesterday. So that was one. I feel like we've kind of seen everybody pretty much. Maybe there's like Caitlin Long I would have liked to meet. Ben Askren was here. That was kind of cool that we got the athlete side of the equation come into play, and Likewind's doing a good job with that.
And he just picked up a sponsorship.
He did with
like
eToro. Yeah, that's right. This morning. So eToro's, it's like, I don't know if eToro's coming into the space is the best thing for, crypto, but it's going to put eyes on it. So that's great.
Yeah, well, eToro is a crypto platform.
Right, but weren't they, not originally?
Yeah, so eToro is actually, they don't just do crypto, but it is a pretty new company. It is a crypto company, but in Europe, they're actually able to also do stock trading and other kinds of markets. In the United States right now, they're only allowed to do cryptocurrency. So eToro is definitely an up-and-coming crypto site in the United States. I kind of see the future of crypto exchanges in the United States. I really see Binance.us and eToro really battling it out. And they're both working towards getting more regulation set. Like Binance.us right now is only in 39 states. There's 11 states they're not in. eToro, I'm not sure what the number is, but I think even in the number of states they're approved in, like they still have limitations that maybe defer, between
they don't have
the
stocks.
states.
It's only crypto then.
Well, you could, if you go into their platform, you're able to track stocks and you can use tools for stocks. But right now, you can't actually trade the stocks in the United States. I think, maybe if memory serves me correct, which as we know, most often it doesn't.
He's been wrong a couple times.
I've been wrong a couple times, which is really sad for me because I'm usually not wrong more than once in a year, and I've been wrong a few times on this trip, and it's really been devastating for me. But I think by the end of the year, they hope to make some progress on that. Cool. So we'll have to see. So eToro and
you think we'll see more athlete sponsorships like that?
Well, we have obviously Ben Askren in the UFC. We have Spencer Dinwiddie in the NBA. We also have a few NFL guys. Of course, the most outspoken being Russell Okung.
From the Chargers, yeah. He wants to get paid in Bitcoin, doesn't he?
Yeah. So a couple interesting things going on. Spencer Dinwiddie is trying to tokenize his contract.
I love this concept.
It's awesome. I did a review on it. It's not even using the contract as collateral because he's going to lock up $9 million in equity with 1 million in Bitcoin, 1 million in gold, and then 7 million spread in stocks before he does the actual change or the offering. He's going to offer 90 tokens at 13.5 million valuation with 9 million secured before it ever happens. So it's not like he's already collateralized the debt offering for the future debt offering, and it's not going to be tied to the contract, which it's really cool. I mean,
so he's got that going on. With Russell Okung, he's talking about wanting to get his contract in Bitcoin. He actually had a Bitcoin conference in LA a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago now. But there's also a few other NFL players. Richard Sherman is one. Yeah, Richard Sherman. He sold. He got in kind of the same way that 50 Cent got into Bitcoin. 50 Cent started selling, his records or merch, whatever, for Bitcoin. He cashed a bunch of it out, and he made a ton of money on it because he was taking it when it wasn't worth much. So he had made a fortune on Bitcoin, and then Richard Sherman did the opposite. So Richard Sherman started taking Bitcoin on his merch site very early, but he was taking it all out, and he was cashing it out immediately. And so, but he was doing this pre-bull run. So What happened is the amount of money that he held from selling his merch would have been worth, millions of dollars. Like, I don't know the exact number. Maybe it wasn't millions, but it would have been worth a whole lot more than it was
in cash.
In cash when he first accepted it, and that really kind of like what happened with me when I sold early in 2014. I was like, dang, look, I sold so much, it would be worth so much more down the road. I wish I would have known. And so he has the same approach with Bitcoin. So he's not as outspoken about it, but there are some interviews where he's talking about it. Also, Matt Barkley, who's a backup.
I think you're going to see
quarterback.
individuals as a whole new asset class, like not just athletes. Like,
ooh, that's interesting.
It'll
that's
be
interesting.
artists. It could be political figures.
Tubers.
You could have
Tubers?
tubers, journalists. It could literally be anything that people think has a future to grow in net worth. So right now it's going to be Spencer Dinwiddie and his contract, or his ability to make more money because he's a young rising athlete. But eventually it could be young singers or and it could be young mathematicians that we believe are going to be the key to the future. It's exactly what it is.
Crowdfunding the success of someone's come up.
Exactly. Or just an individual, and make that a new asset class. Wow, he's really smart, or wow, he's really talented, or wow, she's really great at this. I want to support that to a future success, and then make profit. If they, I should profit if I support them, and they can profit obviously from my help.
That I love the idea of there. I see that kind of being a slippery slope, though.
A little bit, but here's where I thought it would even get better. So imagine this. Imagine you sell out 90 pieces of your contract in your Spencer Dinwiddie. You get the money up front, which is great, and maybe he does great things with that money. But not only that, you have a network of 90 people that are invested in your success. So whether it's going to be merch deals or marketing stuff, or you get into murky waters with a negotiation with the NBA, whatever it is, I bet they're going to be somebody within that network who wants to see you, succeed, and who's willing to help you succeed in that situation. So
you basically get an
army,
yes. That just that's okay. That's interesting.
Of high net worth, already registered individuals, because they have to be accredited in order to invest.
And I like that with athletes. I like that with artists. I like that with singers and professional people like that. I think with a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're like, all right, this kid is incredible at baseball at like 12 years old. Like, all right, let's tokenize him now.
Sure. I see. It's a slippery slope for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely brings up a lot of questions about amateur status for college athletes.
Well, they the NCAA just approved that they are going to be paying collegiate athletes.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. It's not that they're going to be paying them. It's that I believe, I could be wrong on this, guys, but I believe that it's now athletes can profit off of their names.
Right.
So, like, for instance, AJ Green, NFL player, he was at Georgia.
Yeah.
And he actually, during a very pivotal stretch it was probably 2012 or 11, somewhere around there.
Sold a jersey or something?
Yeah, he sold a jersey and ended up getting
this.
suspended for 2 games. It really hurt the team. And because you're not allowed to profit on your own name. Johnny Manziel, another guy who got in trouble for selling his own autographs.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is, it's kind of a slave mentality by the NCAA not to do that.
Sure.
Like, you can't sell your own likeness. I think this is really the beginning of a slippery slope that we're going to see with NCAA regulation, that the NCAA is going to be losing its power very quickly. And that's what we want in crypto, right? We want these huge organizations to be more decentralized so that the people that can profit, the players, they can profit off themselves, rather than having to have these overlords that determine your value, your worth, how you're able to earn money.
I love it.
That's interesting. So then, does that in turn start to take away scholarships? I mean, because why would you give someone a scholarship if they can profit off of it?
No, because they're still
the school is still trying to attract you to attend.
Because the school is still profiting. It's just the amount of money that NCAA has been making has been absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you where this could hurt a little bit is, if the school, and this is kind of the gray area I'm not sure about, if the school sells a jersey and it's got someone's number that's currently on the team, does that player get a cut of that? Now, if they do, then that is going to affect the overall bottom line of the college and of the NCAA.
Now they got to start paying out on that.
Exactly. So what a lot of people don't know is that the football program at most colleges funds the entire sports program.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and you know this because you're involved in the NCAA.
It's either the football team or the basketball team. They pretty much
pay for everything else.
They pay for everything else. I mean, most sports lose money for a school. Now the NCAA, just so you know, the NCAA owns basketball. They own the rights to all the basketball. Like March Madness, they make like 98% of the money that they make, of the billions of dollars that they make, comes in the month of March and it's from basketball. The conferences own football. So the NCAA makes no money on football. It's all owned by conferences.
Yeah. So what we could see is, I don't think we would see a reduction in scholarships for football players.
Yeah.
or basketball players at a school like Kentucky or North Carolina, but with the other sports, that could be the women's rowing team at Maryland University. Like, it could get affected because the overall bottom line. Because when you're talking about these margins, I mean, let's say they're only having to give up 1% of what they're bringing in right now. That 1% is actually a huge amount of money, and it's going to something's going to get cut somewhere.
Interesting times.
I like the idea of breaking the wheel altogether and like this new technology.
Break the wheel, I love it.
Yeah, and have the NCAA just not exist anymore because they're obsolete. If they can't keep up with
think
the
we're heading
technology,
there.
it would be better to let direct interaction and competition happen between players and whoever wants to invest in them. I mean, it's going to lead, it's evolution. It'll lead to better players and better people because people are just going to continue to invest in greatness. And
that's why this Spencer Dinwiddie dispute with the NBA, because the NBA told him he could not tokenize his contract. And he has been very adamant about they are wrong on this, and I am going to tokenize it. It's actually, he said, it's actually not their call. I can do it if I want. I want their blessing, and so we're going to talk, and we're going to try to get it straightened out. There's virtually no way he's not going to win this because it's his money. So, this case is going to have reverberating effects on the future of tokenizing contracts for sure. So, I think sports and music is the doorway for cryptocurrency to get into the mainstream, I believe. Also, I think, Facebook and bigger tech companies have a role in that. But when it comes to
gaming,
sports gaming, as much as I don't like gaming, I know that is a huge gateway into the whole crypto, into the technology space.
But even that being said, think about this. If the biggest video game, let's say Fortnite, said they were going to start accepting Bitcoin, like, that would be huge. That'd be really big. There's a lot of players out there that play Fortnite. But what do you think would have the bigger impact? Them saying that, or LeBron James saying, cryptocurrency is the future, I'm going to invest in Bitcoin? And why I say that is, I know you're going to dispute me on this, but it's the demographic of who they're reaching. The Fortnite demographic would be reaching mostly early 20s, teenagers. Their parents buy a byproduct, but if your kid plays Fortnite all the time, you probably hate it like I do. But when it comes to someone like LeBron James, he's able to reach a wider demographic that actually has money to invest in cryptocurrency.
So maybe with the James scenario, you get a quicker pop, but with the Fortnite scenario, it's a low.
Yes,
and a long term, you're going to have huge adoption.
I agree with you on that.
People come up.
But as they get older, they're used to it. They've engaged the whole life, so they're comfortable with it. So
but what has the bigger, one pop impact that can help us immediately? It would definitely be, a huge,
if Grand Theft Auto or World of Warcraft or Fortnite announced, hey, everything in the game is based on Bitcoin now, the transaction, there's no coins, there's no any in-game currency, it's just crypto, I think you'd see a flood of money.
If they said just crypto, but that wouldn't be
or just Bitcoin or just just Bitcoin even.
No, just having the option.
Okay, yeah.
But we're not going to see any huge games turn down cash right now. That's not going to happen, guys. That's not realistic. So the only thing they could do would be like add an option where you could use Bitcoin.
Additionally,
now there was actually a way that Fortnite assets could be purchased with Monero, and it during maybe about a 1 month window, and then that ended up getting shut down, and that actually was harmful. But the only people that really knew about it were people already in crypto. But of course, it's Monero, not Bitcoin, so not quite the appeal that Bitcoin has. Maybe on a fundamental level you might like it, but not.
Did it have anything to do with the privacy aspect of it?
Actually, I can't remember exactly why it was, but Fortnite came out, and I think it was a third party access point for buying things on Fortnite. It wasn't
official. They were just kind of.
It wasn't official, but But just like a lot of stuff in crypto it was floated out like an official partnership.
Sure.
And so when Fortnite got wind of that, Fortnite was like, no, and then they killed the whole thing. So, that was probably about a year ago.
I've never even seen Fortnite.
Have you not?
Had it at EA Sports like 2 nights ago. They had a big thing, but I haven't.
My kid, all three of my kids play it.
There was a big gaming tournament, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it.
So a bunch of nerds there for sure.
Nerd alert.
Boom. So
overall, pretty cool wrap up to the event. I'm excited about the tokenized contracts and what China's going to do. So
yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Scruff and Bitcoins. We'll be back with Beards and Bitcoins, here in a couple weeks when my beard gets bigger. But thank you guys so much for joining us. What do you think, Chains?
I think I'm excited to have a few more extra hours in Vegas.
Yep.
Have a good lunch. Yeah. See Crypto Wendio's meetup tonight. It's going to be hopefully fun. And then I'm on a plane out of here on a red eye. You guys are on red eye too.
Absolutely. We've been here since Sunday. Been here a few days. Looking forward to getting back home. So, thank you to Quinn for Mid Earth Crypto for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
They can just find you at Mid Earth Crypto.
Yeah, just at Mid Earth Crypto.
Yeah,
We'll be doing the Decentralized America tour for the next 3-4 months. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you guys look for my cloud and he'll be hanging from it. Thanks, guys. We're out.